In today's lesson, we are going to be multiplying polynomials. So to start out, I'm just going to do a quick review of the just basic properties of exponents. So starting out, a product of power simply means multiplying two powers with the same base. What do you do with your exponents? Well, in this case, you would add your exponents, a plus x to the power of a plus b. So basic example, x squared times x to the third is x to the fifth. Power of a power, if you have x to the a and then raised to the power b, you multiply your exponent, so it becomes x to the a times b. So numerical example, x to the third to the fourth becomes x to the 12th. And then power of a product, if you have x times y to the power of a, the exponent on the outside just needs to be applied to everything on the inside. So x to the a, y to the a. So if you had 2x to the fourth to the third, that 3 has to go here. And here, 2 to the third is 8, and then x to the 12th. Okay, simplifying monomials. It's just we're multiplying monomials. It's really just a repeat of those properties of exponents, but they're slightly more complicated. So 5x to the fourth y squared times 2x to the third y to the fifth. So all this is just multiplication. You can multiply in any order. So I like to rearrange these sometimes. So 5 times 2 are my coefficients. Put my x's next to each other, x to the fourth times x to the third. And put my y's next to each other, y squared times y to the fifth. Okay, so 10, and then x to the, add your exponents, 7th, add your exponents, that's also y to the 7th. And then another example, let's do -3x to the fifth, y squared raised to the fourth. So this is that power to a power, or really product to a power. So -3 in parentheses to the fourth. So an even exponent that goes to positive 81. And then x to the 20th, y to the 8th. All right, so now multiplying some polynomials. So here I've got a 2x to the third, so a monomial, being multiplied by a trinomial, 3x squared plus 4xy minus 7. So this is just the distributive property. So 2 times 3 is 6, and then x to the third times x squared, add your exponents. Okay, 2 times 4 is 8, x to the third times xy, so this would become x to the fourth, and then the y would just kind of carry on. And then minus 2 times 7 is 14, and then the x to the third just kind of follows. All right, let's multiply a binomial times a trinomial. 2x squared minus 3x plus 5. Two ways to do this. I know some people that liked the box method when we were doing FOIL. You could do the box here. Just going to do the quick setup where you have x minus 2, 2x squared minus 3x plus 5, and fill it in and combine like terms. If you are someone that doesn't really like the box, just remember it's really just a distributive property. The x term has to be applied to all three, and then -2 has to be applied to all three. So let's first do the x. So x times 2x squared becomes 2x to the third. X times -3x would be minus 3x squared. X times 5 is just 5x. And now multiply everything by -2. So -2 times 2x squared is -4x squared. -2 times -3 is positive 6x, and then minus 10. So once we have this, let's combine like terms. 2x to the third, that's our only cube term, so I'm just going to write it down. Find your squared terms. that would be negative 7x squared. Remember, when you are adding, when we're combining like terms, our exponents do not change. They only change when we're multiplying and dividing. Okay, 5 and 6, that's 11x, and then minus 10. All right, we're going to multiply 3 binomials together. So x plus 2 times x minus 3 times another binomial, x plus 4. So this is going to be kind of 2 steps. We're going to start, let's just multiply the first 2 together using FOIL. So x squared minus 3x plus 2x minus 6. And then we're going to have to multiply that by x plus 4. But let's simplify this a little bit. So x squared minus x minus 6 times x plus 4. And then I'm going to take this x, multiply to all 3, and take the 4 and multiply to all 3. And then we can combine like terms. So let's do the x first. So x times x squared is x to the 3rd. Minus x times x is x squared, and then minus 6x. Multiply everything by 4. So 4x squared minus 4x minus 24. All right, there's only the 1x to the 3rd term. Okay, x squared terms, that's going to go down to plus 3x squared. And then minus 10x minus 24. All right, the last example. Let's do 4ab. So I've got 2 different letters. Multiply by 2a squared b plus 3a. And now let's do plus 2b times 5a squared minus 6a. So we are going to have to distribute here and over here, and then just combine like terms. All right, so 4ab times 2a squared. So 4 times 2 is 8. Your a's is a to the 3rd, and then b times b is b squared, plus 4 times 3 is 12. A times a is a squared, and then the b just follows. Okay, plus 2b times 5a squared. So 5 times 2 is 10, and that would just be a squared b. And then 2b times negative 6a would be negative 12ab. Let's see, the middle terms, they are like terms because they both have a squared b. So I've got 8a to the 3rd b squared plus 22a squared b minus 12ab. Whew, there we go. So there is your full video on multiplying polynomials. Good luck.